Here's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. These guys came out on top in the 4-5 game last week, and now they hit the road to face a fellow division champion in the divisional round. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys fresh coming off the bye. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nipped up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch the first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you can hear a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
At the 42-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen going to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
First and 10.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Romero. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
15 yards on the play. That's another Bills.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
To the air, Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
Now Allen. That is caught. Touchdown, Bills. From 13 yards out. And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year Colt.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Tennessee.
Right back to him on first down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to...
He's got a man, complete! And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Titans.
I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bills' 20-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Johnston on the quick slant. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the three helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen running the option to the left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
42-yard line. A gain of 2.
Throwing now is Allen. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And last time they got... but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Titans
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
70 Lions.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now a handoff running through the middle. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw here. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal. But we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not. And they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is now 10-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So now a fresh set of downs. First and 10 after roughing the passer. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 25-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
First and 10 at the 7.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. A throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will knot us up at 10.
Ties the game.
So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So still a little bit of time following the made field goal, but we are tied as the kick's away. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We roll on here on this divisional round Sunday. 2 more final scores to get to, and then we'll know the AFC-NFC title game matchups. But first, let's look back at Saturday's action. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at venerable Soldier Field. The Bears at home to take on Tampa Bay. And it's the Tampa Bay defense coming up with the big play here. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Bucs pull off yet another upset. They're now just 1 win away from the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's a give up the middle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just have a great tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
As you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and get their best performances.
First down, Tennessee.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. One, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll drop the throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now a handoff running through the middle. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Titans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Allen now on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
3rd down.
Allen taking it himself. And he is going to have the Bills first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have the Bills first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken at the 46. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And a bill. Position here with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Allen. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Titans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory. And if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you, now you take care of us.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Both sides, what will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of 15. First down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Back to 60, back to 60.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Here's a give up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
70 Lions.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is going to have a Titans first down, and that should just about do it. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The Titans are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.